fighters winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
よろしくお願いします。
Goes for the throw. Pressuring them in the corner.
どうなる
Decides to go with the target combo. Yeah, like that.
すごい
Shoots off a fireball up close. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Drive rush gets in their face. Trying to read each other here.
どうなるんでしょうかどうなる
Parries the projectile. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. Shoots off a fire KO.
決着ですね
Well read. Keep going.
いや強すぎませんすごい気迫みたいなの感じます
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
いやーどうなるんだろう
Parries the projectile. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
こっからこっから
Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Burnout trip goes for the super art.
これが SA 技ってやつですね
Ooh, connects with the rising uppercut. They just goes for it at this range.
やばい
He's got them, brushes that off, and keeps going. Juicy opportunity now in the corner.
この感じは名勝負の予感がします
Not much life left. Oh, drive reversal. Blocks it. Crowns it from above. There's still a chance here. Links it. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Oh, what a rush. Closes it out.
よっ名勝負
Keep on the gas. You had your moments there.
なんかこう魂のぶつかり合い的なものを感じました
Opens him up with the throw. Opts to continue laying on the pressure with the drive rush. They're turning it up a notch. We might see some rush down here.
心理戦にも注目していきたいです
Oh, you never know what can happen here. Backed into the corner. What setups do they have?
いやー一気に来るんじゃないですかこれは
Oh, what a rush. A smart throw. A jump. Nice. Links.
今の完璧
Crowns them from above.
全然気が抜けませんね
Why are they going in? Super art control what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
なんかもうすごいことになってるよ
Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Player 2 is showing them what's good.
圧倒してましたねすごい
We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready.
かっこいいとこ見たいです
This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have?
どちらが先に仕掛けるんですかね
Yeah, like that. Uses the drive rush to deprive them of their turn. Can they utilize the corner? Checks them with the projectile. Throws to get around their defense. Lands the forward throw. That corner pressure continues. They're still experiencing burn KO.
綺麗に決まりましたね
Don't worry, we're just getting started here.
勝負はまだこれからって感じですね
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね
It's backed into the corner with pressure building.
何か狙ってるんですかねこれは二人ともやる気満々だ
Checks that's what we want. Oh, you never know what can happen here. There's a definite gauge disparity here, but it may not matter. Sets up with the jump in. Why are they for overhead attack? Is it time for the mix-up? Drive impact could be the end of this. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Oh, what a rush! Links it. A real test of nerve here. Burn up, but they might have a plan. Perfect splash number. Patches out the gauge right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Down and out.
決めてったナイス
Okay, on to the next one.
めっちゃいい試合でした またこんな戦いが見たいです。
Shoots off a fireball up close. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
ここからどう攻めるんですかね。どうだ。
Confident anti-air. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Whiffs the throw. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here.
どうなる。
Got their eye on the air.
天才か。
So they break forward to pressure the opponent.
ヒヤヒヤします。
Slap! You may want to slow the pace here. Throws to get around their defense. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. One chance here, hits him.
綺麗に決まりましたね。
That's what I like to see.
いやー強い。強すぎるよ。でもまだわからない。
Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital.
いやーどうなるんだろう。
Can tech the throw. Oh, connects with the rising uppercut. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
どうなるんですかね。ここから。
Side switch out of the corner. Oh, yeah, just like that.
慎重ですね。
Between the wall and a hard place. And they're stuck.
いやー頑張れ。
Oh, you never know what can happen here. What connects with the throw?
今の完璧。いけるよ。集中集中。
Is it time for the mix-up? You're done.
よ名勝負。
Player 2 is hot. I'm feeling. Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
なんかワクワクします。
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
ビシバシやり合ってるところが見たいです。
They were ready for that air attack. Backs him into a corner.
どうなるどうなる。
Swats away the cross-up. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter. Nice. Smart choice there.
うまい。
At the radar, up and running. Heading into the end game now. KO.
ナイスナイス。かっこいい。
You remember your shortcomings. It's easier to fill in those gaps.
今負けちゃった方にも取り返してほしいですね。
They've piled up the knowledge. Now how are they going to use it?
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね。
They're backed up into the corner.
この感じは名勝負の予感がします。慎重ですね。
Out of there!
やばい。
Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. What a smart throw! Forward rush. Reads the jump in perfectly. Somehow manages. What a smart throw!
すごくいい。天才。
Closes it out.
おお。しっかり倒しきりましたね。
Don't get too down on yourself. Just change gears and adapt.
いやーどっちも頑張っててナイスファイトって感じでした。
Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Who gained control of the match in the early going?
どちらが先に仕掛けるんですかね。
Tons of time left. How's this match going to play out?
ここからどう攻めるんですかね。
Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if this drive gauge runs out.
いやーどうだどうだ。
Sweet. The attack is parried. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter. Whiffs the throw. And they scrape together a final push. From up above, KO. Well read. Keep going.
いや強すぎません。すごい気迫みたいなの感じます。
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter.
一瞬の油断が命取りですよね。
Nice! Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on?
個人的にはガンガンやり合ってるところが見たいですね。
Time to take this momentum and really run with it. Jumps in! Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Pokes with the medium kick. Drive impact could be the end of this. They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure. He picks a good spot to use the super.
あ、これかっこいいやつ。
Spends all that juice on the super hard, not shy one bit about it.
おお、竜はなかなかいい筋肉してますね。
Why are they? You're done!
決まったー。
Player 1 is showing time in the lab pays off.
圧倒してましたね。すごい。
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Parries the projectile. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Sick.
すごい。
Decent return on that combo. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important here. He answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy.
お、
Oh, more of that.
ナイス。
In a dire situation, A-Camp takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Hits him.
決着ですね。
That's what I like to see.
いや、強すぎません？すごい気迫みたいなの感じます。ど
Everything up
ういうこと？これ。
big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. That's what we want. Springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with the medium kick. Dashes forward. Hits them in the gut. Still slugging it out in the drive rush to keep it going. Dashes up. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Jumps in. No worries about that.
まあそういう時もあるよね。
Medium kick hits. A trade? Now what? Oh, what a run. Super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do down and out.
よっ、名勝負。
Player 1 is hot. I'm feeling it.
圧倒してましたね。